This chapter is on electoral college. The process of electing the president has come under considerable scrutiny following the 2016 election. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by roughly 2.9 million majority, yet failed to become president due to the workings of the Electoral College, which is the means by which the winner of the presidential race is determined. Trump won 304 electoral votes against 227 for Clinton. This was not the first time in American history in which the winner of the popular vote lost the Electoral College vote. The most recent modern example was in 2000, in which Al Gore won the popular vote by some 500,000 votes and lost the Electoral College vote. There were 3 other elections in which the same result occurred. The basic theme of the votes for the Electoral College is that each state is given a fixed number of votes based on its population. The population is determined every 10 years by the census. As discussed above, this number includes permanent residents, whether or not they are legally in the United States. There are 538 electoral votes. This is based on the number of seats in the House of 435, the 100 Senate seats, and 3 seats for the District of Columbia. 270 is the magic number to declare a winner. It is theoretically possible to have a tie vote in Electoral College. Should this occur, the presidential election is decided in the U.S. House of Representatives in a contingent election, with each state delegation having 1 vote. Only the top 3 candidates in the terms of electoral vote are considered. Whichever candidate can win the majority of the states, or 26, becomes the president. Generally, the winner of each state in the presidential race is given all the assigned votes allocated to that state. Each state, however, may determine its own process. There are 2 exceptions to this rule. 2 states allow for the allocation of votes based on the percentage success as opposed to a winner-takes-all process. These are Maine and Nebraska. The successful candidate again requires 270 votes of the total of 538. The original Constitution allowed for the voting system of the Electoral College, which was designed to appease the southern states. In counting the population of each state for the purposes of determining the number of votes allocated for this purpose, slaves were counted, even though no votes were allowed from the slave population. More accurately, the slave population was counted as 3/5 of a person for each slave for the purposes of determining the number of votes for the presidential electoral college. This was also applied to the population of each state to determine the number of seats of each state in the House of Representatives. This was since revoked, but the concept of the electoral college remains. One evident consequence of the electoral college system is that it places a premium on winning swing states, such as Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Florida, to name only a few. The margin of victory for Trump in 2016 was razor thin in the Rust Belt states, which led to his win in the Electoral College. Without the inclusion of slaves as 3/5 of a person in the initial Constitution, the southern states would have accounted for 33 seats in the House of Representatives in 1790 in the first elected House of Representatives. However, with the 3/5 rules in place, that number increased to 47. This gave the South considerable clout in the House in addition to the nomination of the president. However, as the population of the northern states increased over time, their influence also increased. The 3/5 rule continued until the passing of the 13th Amendment in 1865.